Okay, today is February 14th. They say it's the day for love because it's Valentine's Day. I say it's the day to love more math. But first, let me update you on the social studies class. Basically, we've covered really just about everything that's going to be on this week's unit test. Today we ended with how the economy of Africa and education are intertwined with each other. But don't fret, I will be back later on in the week to give you your video feed of a thorough review of everything you'll need to know for the test. Now, for my 4th period math class with Ms. King and my 6th period math class with Ms. Walker, we are continuing to review for this week's test. The test is going to be this Wednesday. So students, please prepare yourself. Come to Math Now in the morning. Ask for extra help. Some of you are still continuing to struggle with area ratios of two similar figures. All you have to remember is it's the original area multiplied by the scale factor squared. Please remember that. Now for my 5th period math class. Today we have just begun our talk about scale factor. Parents and students, this is something that you must remember about scale factor. It's always model over actual. The model over the actual. Well, Mr. Bailey, what does this mean exactly? What are you talking about? Well, let's just say we have a car that is 2 inches and we have another car. Let's change that. A shoe. Let's say we have a shoe that is 2 inches. And then we have another shoe that is 12 inches. Okay, and we're talking about a shoe for an adult. So if we're talking about a shoe for an adult, parents, students, which one do you think is the model of the shoe and which do you think is the actual shoe? Well, 2 inches is very small. So we're going to conclude that this is the model of a shoe. So 2 would go on top. The actual shoe, we're going to conclude, would be 12 inches. So that's going to be a ratio of 2 over 12. Now, parents, I can't stress this enough. Your child must learn to reduce fractions. We've worked on it a lot, and it's a skill that should have carried over from 6th grade. They must know how to reduce this. 2 over 12. 2 goes into 2 1 time. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So, our scale factor is 1 over 6. Now, whenever your numerator, which is the top number, is smaller than the denominator, which is the bottom number, that means the scale factor was dilated or it produced a reduction. If the numerator is bigger than the denominator, then it would create an enlargement. So, your child has homework tonight. It's practice A. They should have already brought it home and showed it to you. And this is some of the things that they're going to be doing. What I just showed you. But also, if it's in word problem format, it'll be a problem something like if 1 inch on a map represents 30 miles. Of course, we know the 1 inch is the model. The 30 miles is the actual. So, the question may be, how many inches would it be for 15 miles? $15 miles, because what I'm doing is I'm setting up a proportion. The 15 miles is the actual. And we're trying to see how many inches that would be. So now we have a proportion set up, and you have to cross multiply. As you can see, 30 times x is 30x, and 1 times 15 is 15. So now we have 30x equals 15. This goes back to our previous unit, which is a one-step equation. 30x is multiplying 30 times x, so we're going to do the inverse and divide. Thirty divided by 30 is 1, so that leaves us with x, equals 15 divided by 30. Once again, you must know how to simplify. This would simplify down to 1/2 because 15 goes into 15 once, and it goes into 30 twice. And as we all know, 1/2 equals 0.5. So to answer a question like that, how many inches would equal 15 miles? 0.5, or ½ an inch. Parents and students, there will be a quiz tomorrow for my 5th period over similar figures and the basics of scale factor, which I just demonstrated. So, signing off for SuperLearning123, and I will see you soon.